everybody, Christy here, and tonight I'm going to share with you 5 quick things that I took away from this book, Leading Women Who Wound by Sue Edwards and Kelley Matthews. So 5 quick things and 5 ways I'm going to implement them into my personal ministry. The first thing that stuck out to me was that when we go into situations of confrontation, we can't go in with like a preconceived thought that the person is already wrong and that they're just a horrible person. If we go in that, we're setting ourselves up for a negative experience. So instead, when approaching confrontation, we should go in with the mindset that we're going to get to know this person's side of the story, what happened, and why they reacted the way we did. Then we can move forward with there without acting upset or unjustly from the get-go. And so I want to use this in ministry when I'm confronting volunteers, people on my team, or other things like that. The second thing that stuck out to me was the characteristics of an unhealthy woman, or a woman that is prone to wound people. And that those 7 things were if she's always being adverse to like what you're trying to do, or if she's always on guard, if she has tunnel vision and isn't getting on vision with the group as a whole, if she's intense or super spiritual, never willing to be vulnerable, or if she just has a lot of blind spots that she's not willing to work through. And the last thing was if she easily gets frustrated with confrontation or with opportunities for growth. So I want to be aware of these things when I'm getting to know people, having them join my team, or even when I'm meeting with people, when I see these things come up, I want to be aware of that and see what's triggering that. The third thing is that we should always be on guard, because it's not an if we'll get hurt in ministry, but a when. In the book it mentioned that leadership is a magnet for pain. And so that really just made me think of passages like Ephesians 6, the full armor of God, in 1 Corinthians 16:13, how we should be on guard and stand firm in our faith. And then the passage in 1 Thessalonians that says pray continually. These things will help us be prepared when times of conflict comes, and help overcome our threshold of pain to grow. And then a quote that goes up, or the next thing that stuck out to me, the fourth thing, was that we can't forget the flesh. Overall, we can't forget that we're people dealing with people who all have a sin problem, and we're all sinners in need of refinement. A quote from the book said, "Becoming a peacemaking woman is a long, hard process, but it's mandatory if you want your life to count for Christ." And so we want to be women who are peacemakers. And then the last point was just Titus 3:9-11. That verse that says, "Avoid foolish controversies, quarrels, and fights, because they're useless and empty." And so even in my family and my ministry, we want to fix our eyes on Jesus, make much of him with our words, our actions, and our lives.